Thinking about buying a cruiser, but you're not trying to donate $25,000 plus to the Harley dealership? Cool, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 7 Japanese cruisers that bring the same V-twin rumble, head-turning style, and buttery highway comfort for way less money. And in a lot of cases, they're lighter, quicker, easier to ride, and cheaper to own. And stick around, because number 1 is the closest thing to a factory-built Harley alternative that still feels raw and legit. Alright, let's count down the top 7 Japanese cruisers that absolutely crush the Harley value game. Number 7 is Honda Shadow Phantom. H1. Honda Shadow Phantom. H1. If you've been dreaming of that classic cruiser look, but you don't want the weight, the price tag, or the Harley tax that usually comes with it, this bike is gonna grab your attention. The strong Honda Shadow Phantom is one of those rare rides that delivers old-school attitude, smooth power, and effortless rideability, without the usual downsides of big heavyweight cruisers. And right now, with dealerships everywhere pushing deals and people shopping smarter than ever, bikes like the Phantom are getting scooped up fast, because it's basically the no-stress cruiser choice. Visually, the Phantom nails it. Unquote, sleek blacked-out styling, minimal chrome, Devi, low-slung profile, and aggressive but clean stance. It gives you that serious cruiser vibe without the premium price, without the complicated maintenance, without that intimidating heavyweight feel. At the heart of the Phantom is a liquid-cooled V-twin pushing around 45 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque from 745 cc. Now those numbers might not sound insane, but here's why it matters. This is one of the most beginner-friendly, confidence-building cruisers in the entire segment. And the real secret weapon is how easy it is to ride. At about 549 pounds, it's noticeably lighter than most Harley Softail or Dyna-style bikes people cross-shop. Combine that with a super approachable 25.8-inch seat height, and you've got a cruiser that welcomes basically anyone, especially shorter riders. Ergonomics, pure comfort. Wide bars you don't have to reach for. Forward controls for that laid-back stance. Neutral rider position that keeps fatigue down. So whether you're hitting the highway for a weekend ride or just cruising around town, the Phantom makes it stupid easy to settle in. Suspension is another reason it over-delivers. 41mm forks up front with 4.6 inches of travel. Dual rear shocks with 3.5 inches of travel. On paper it's not sporty, but the tuning hits a sweet spot. Smooth, stable, predictable, and not sketchy on rough pavement. Braking stays simple but works. Single front disc for solid stopping. Rear drum brake, old school but cheap and low maintenance. And here's the best part. A Harley with similar style and presence can easily run you well into the teens or beyond. Once fees and add-ons hit, the Phantom comes in at nearly half that depending on year and dealer pricing. But if you want something with even more stretched-out custom style, straight from the factory, wait till you see the next bike. Number 6 is Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Custom. Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Custom. Some bikes are built to blend in. This one is built to stand out. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Custom delivers long, low, stretched-out chopper vibes, but with factory reliability and a price that doesn't make your wallet cry. It's the kind of bike that gets looks at stoplights and nods from other riders, while still costing thousands less than a Harley Softail. Powering it is a 900cc liquid-cooled V-twin, making about 50 horsepower and 58 pounds-feet of torque. And it delivers that power smooth across the range. You roll off the line confidently, it pulls clean through the gears, and fuel injection keeps it crisp. No weird hiccups, no bogging, no drama. Big win here, belt final drive. That's a major flex in the budget cruiser world, because belts are quiet, low maintenance, reliable for everyday riding. No chain cleaning, no constant adjustments, just ride it. Comfort-wise, Kawasaki didn't cheap out. Low seat, wide bars, forward controls, relaxed riding triangle. Seat height sits around 27 inches, so most riders can flat-foot it easily. And at roughly 610 pounds, it's still lighter than a lot of Harley models that push 700 plus, which matters a lot when you're doing slow-speed turns, parking lots, or tight city riding. Fuel range is solid, with a 5.3-gallon tank, so you're riding more and filling up less. And the value is wild. You can often find a Vulcan 900 custom under $10K, depending on year and deals, while a Harley in the same style lane can start much higher before you even touch upgrades. You want even more comfort, storage, and true long-haul touring vibes. The next bike was built for the open road. Number 5 is Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Vaquero. Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Vaquero. If your perfect ride is long highway miles, wind protection, and enough torque to climb anything with a passenger and bags, the Vulcan 1700 Vaquero deserves a serious look. This is a full-dress touring cruiser that delivers the style, power, and long-haul comfort of a Harley bagger for way less money. It's powered by a 1700cc liquid-cooled V-twin, making around 76 horsepower and a massive 107 pound-feet of torque. And that torque hits early, which means passing power feels effortless even when you're loaded up. Touring setup is legit. Frame-mounted fairing, stable at speed. Electrically adjustable windshield, big deal. Smooth, predictable highway behavior. Storage is where it really shines. Hard saddlebags built into them. Design, lockable, weather-resistant, plenty of room for real travel. Brakes are strong for a big touring rig. Dual front discs, rear disc. Confidence-inspiring, even two-up. Yes, it's heavy, around 836 pounds, but it's balanced well and stays planted. And the price? This is where people's jaws drop. A similarly equipped Harley bagger can easily land well over $30K when you're done. The Vaquero often comes in way below that, especially when deals are floating around. But maybe you don't want a touring couch. Maybe you want a cruiser that redefines the word fast. Because number 4 is basically a muscle bike pretending to be a cruiser. Number 4 is Yamaha VMAX. Let's be clear. This is not your relax and wave cruiser. The Yamaha VMAX is a high-performance muscle monster that combines cruiser attitude with sport bike aggression. And Harley has nothing in its lineup that matches what this thing does out of the box. It's powered by a 1679cc liquid-cooled V4, making about 170 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, 170 horsepower. That's not fast for a cruiser. That's fast, period. 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds is the kind of number that embarrasses bikes that were literally built for speed. And what makes it even crazier? It doesn't feel out of control. It's got aluminum frame, low center of gravity, 42mm inverted front fork, adjustable rear suspension. So it stays composed under hard acceleration and stays confident in corners. Brakes are serious too. Dual front discs with radially mounted calipers, rear disc, ABS to keep things planted. At around 683 pounds, it's not light, but it carries weight well, and once it's moving, it feels way more manageable than the numbers suggest. And if you want a bike that dominates green lights, turns heads everywhere, makes your heart race every time you twist the throttle, the VMAX is that. But not everyone wants chaos. Some riders want comfort, refinement, and modern tech, without the bulk of a heavyweight cruiser. Exactly where number 3 comes in. Number 3 is Honda Rebel 1100. H1 Honda Rebel 1100. H1. If you want big cruiser power without big cruiser bulk, the strong Honda Rebel 1100 is a straight-up cheat code. This isn't a beginner bike. It's a modern, tech-packed cruiser with serious performance and everyday usability. It runs an 1100cc liquid-cooled engine, based on the Africa Twin platform, retuned for cruiser duty. You get about 86 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque, which means strong pull off the line, easy freeway merges, smooth cruising in any gear. And what makes the Rebel a game-changer is the tech. It comes with ride modes like Standard, Sport, Rain. Each one changes throttle response, engine braking, and traction control. And the big flex? Optional plus DCT, dual clutch transmission. No clutch lever, no manual shifting. Stress, twist, and go. Perfect for commuting, traffic, new riders, or anyone who just wants maximum chill. Weight is where it shocks people. Around 487 pounds, over 100 pounds lighter than many Harley cruisers. That makes it easier in parking lots, more agile in traffic, less exhausting on longer rides. Seat height is around 27 inches, super approachable. Suspension is also better than you'd expect. 43mm inverted front fork. Twin rear shocks with piggyback reservoirs, so it feels planted and responsive, not floaty or vague. And for the price, usually under 10K starting range depending on trims, it undercuts most Harleys by a lot. But if your heart wants that traditional cruiser vibe, wide fenders, chrome touches, and classic highway comfort, number 2 is Suzuki Boulevard C50. Suzuki Boulevard C50. If you want old-school cruiser charm with modern reliability and low maintenance, the Suzuki Boulevard C50 is a sleeper pick that deserves way more respect. It looks like a postcard from the golden era of American highways, but underneath the chrome and sweeping lines, it's built for real-world riding today. It runs a liquid-cooled V-twin around the mid-800cc class, making roughly 50-ish horsepower with torque that's perfect for everyday cruising. Fuel injection keeps it smooth and consistent, even in cold weather or higher altitude. And one of the biggest wins? Shaft drive. That means almost zero maintenance, no chain mess, no belt adjustments. Just ride it. It's also well balanced at low speeds, and the suspension is tuned for comfort. It's not trying to be stiff for looks. It's trying to keep you comfortable. Braking stays simple. Front disc, rear drum. Affordable, easy to service, and reliable. And price-wise, it undercuts comparable Harley models by a lot, especially in the used market where the C50 is often a crazy good deal. But if you're ready to trade vintage charm for stripped-down, aggressive, factory bobber attitude, then number 1 is the one. Before I drop it, if this list is saving you money already, hit like and subscribe, because you're going to want more videos like this. Number 1 is Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. Yamaha Bolt R-Spec. If you want raw, stripped-down factory bobber energy without paying premium Harley prices, the Yamaha Bolt R-Spec is the move. This bike captures that rebellious custom-scene spirit with Japanese precision and reliability, and the value is hard to beat. It's built around an air-cooled 942cc V-twin, making about 65 horsepower and 59 pound-feet of torque, so it's punchy off the line and feels alive. Fuel injection keeps throttle response crisp and modern, but the bike still has that old-school character people love. And the Bolt shines in weight and agility, around 542 pounds, which makes it way easier to maneuver in tight spaces, lean into corners, handle city traffic, ride confidently at low speed. Riding position is slightly aggressive, but still. Mid-mounted controls, drag-style bars, low seat that gives great control. The R-Spec suspension upgrade matters too. Twin shocks with piggyback reservoirs give it a more controlled, planted feel than a lot of cruisers at this price. And here's the kicker. You can often find the Bolt R-Spec under $9,000, depending on deals, which is significantly less than a comparable Harley once fees and Harley accessories tax hit. So yeah, there you have it. 7 Japanese cruisers that deliver the style, comfort, and vibe, without the price tag and drama.